And we are live at New Earth Spiritual Healing Center, 105 East 3rd Street, Thief River Falls. It is leap year today, and today we're going to be talking with Miss Mona, Miss Lori, and Miss Tammy, and we're going to be talking about Reiki today and some of the other classes that they have down here. So first of all, why don't we go through and identify ourselves and what we're doing and who we are.
Okay. I am Mona. I own New Earth Spiritual Healing Center. I am an intuitive reader and I am an energy worker.
I'm Lori. I own Mystic Raven Essential Oil Blends and I'm a level 2 Reiki practitioner.
I'm Tamara. I own Vibrant Lotus Spiritual Healing and I'm a Reiki master and I do Reiki sessions and teach classes from time to time.
Well, all right, guys. For the layman out there, somebody who just walked into the store, what is Reiki? Who would like to field the first question?
Tamara.
I can take that. So Reiki is a Japanese stress reduction technique. It's a healing modality. There's many energy healing modalities. This one was created by Dr. Mikao Usui, and he started this and has attuned his students, and they attune their students, and so there's a lineage that goes on. And so when you're attuned by a Reiki master, that Reiki master should be able to present their lineage all the way back to Dr. Mikao Usui. What Reiki is, the name Reiki in itself is an ideogram. You can break the ki is the energy, just like chi or prana, and the rei means spiritually guided, so it's spiritually guided energy.
Awesome. Lori, how did you get started with Reiki?
I'm not real sure where it first started. I had a Reiki session and was amazed by the results of it. Actually came in here when I believe Tamara was first taking her level 1 and her teacher came out and gave me a Reiki session after having an accident. And then I took my Reiki level 1 with Tamara and level 2, and it's just opened me up in so many ways I had never expected.
Mona, what health benefits do you see for the average person that would come in? I know a lot of people are trying to get away from opioids and other drugs that the doctor would prescribe you, or some kind of an anti-inflammatory over long periods of time. How could an energy realignment maybe help out with that? Can you tell us about that?
Well, the idea of Reiki is to open up the 7 chakras that we have in our bodies, which allow energy to flow through and around us at all times so that we are connected to the world that is around us, because everything is energy. And what happens is when we have stress, anxiety, depression, all of these things, just daily life kind of help to block those chakras so that the energy is not flowing. So we feel disconnected. In extreme cases, we turn to things like alcohol, drugs, gambling, even overeating, to help raise our feeling of vibration, even though it's a minimal or limited little rise above. So with the Reiki, we go in and we clear out those chakras, kind of help to release that negative energy. And what ends up happening is that it also helps some patients to release emotional drama or stress or anything else that they're dealing with emotionally. Some people, it actually will physically, like intestinal issues and stuff will flow better, clear them out that way. And spiritually, it helps to raise our energy, so it's so that we're connecting to higher source.
You guys speak as chakras. What you said there were 7 of them, I assume.
Most people go with 7 chakras. They're energy portals. So you have your crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root. And these portals help to move that energy again through and around us so that we are connected to the world outside.
Awesome. So if somebody wanted to get into learning more about it, say before they actually tried it, in our next video we're going to go actually into the room where they perform the procedure. We'll go a little bit over that and talk about...
Let's say have a session, because procedure might imply a little bit more than we do.
Non-invasive.
It's a pretty relaxed process.
Very non-invasive.
But we'll go in there and we'll look at it and show you that it's not as scary
Right.
as it sounds. And I know a lot of people, we live in a very conservative, let's say, community, you know, with a lot of fundamental belief systems and Judeo-Christian ethic. And just because it's outside with, you know, what they would call an Eastern mysticisms or different viewpoints looking at things, it doesn't mean that it negates anything that you're doing.
Right.
It doesn't throw you into a stigma. This isn't some type of scary witchcraft. We're not, you know, gonna do those things. So I think a lot of those things, when people come into the store, what do you want them to see when you guys first come into the store? What do you want them to know?
To know?
Yeah, when somebody first comes into the store, what's some of the things you see?
Oh, well, first of all, just the feel, because I've gotten so many people that say when they even walk in that the outside stressors and stuff just kind of flow off of them. So that this is a place of healing. There's no judgment when you come in. We tried our best to help you work on your healing, because nobody's going to come in and save you. Even with Reiki and stuff like that, as amazing as those sessions can be, it all comes down to you have to heal yourself. We're only there to assist you in your healing. So when you come in and you're looking for that healing, we're there for you. It's kind of like a little support group. Any of the people that you meet when you come in, that's their intention. We've created a family that is all about getting the healing, getting the knowledge out there so that other people can find that healing for themselves and be more connected, stuff like that. So yeah, the intention of healing is hopefully the first thing that they see. And then of course the next thing that they see is crystals. So big shiny things. So.
And we'll be back on another day and we'll go through 3 or 4 of those, maybe answer some generalized questions on that. Tammy, we're going to field this one to you. Short of taking a shuttlecraft to Coruscant and going to the Jedi Temple, how does one become to... What's level 1? What's level 1? If somebody was interested in Reiki, they want to get in, how would you direct me coming in off the street? I'm interested, maybe I've had a session, you know, it seems like something that I feel comfortable with. I feel comfortable telling my friends about it, you know, but myself, I need information. I'm a guy that likes to know about, you know, what's going on. How would you direct me to study materials? Where could a guy maybe find some study materials?
Well, first of all, I would definitely suggest having a Reiki session, like you said. But if you'd already had a Reiki session and kind of are familiar with the process and looking to learn to do it yourself, there is a lot of good material out there to learn about it. But to actually practice it, you really need the attunement also. So, I mean, I would suggest going online. There's a lot of good resources online. The William Rand Foundation, he has a lot of information on his website about Reiki and the practice. And after that, if it's still something that interests you, then I would suggest taking a level 1 class. Level 1 teaches you to do Reiki for yourself and for families and friends. It's a very basic kind of personal level. A lot of the information about how to actually perform Reiki is kept private between Reiki practitioners. It's kind of a...
Tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
It's stuff that you do.
It's not like a secret thing, but it's something that's sacred and it's kept sacred, and that we don't share the symbols and stuff like that. So to really learn how to practice it, it's best to take a class. But you can learn a lot of information online too.
And I guess we do have study materials here. If you,
I do have a couple of books that talk about the Reiki and stuff. One beginner, couple that deal with, one that deals with women in general, and then one that deals like with relationships, and then I do have more advanced books.
well, that's what's so nice here at Newer Spiritual Healing Center, being that a lot of people from all over come here. Just for the fact is that we have a lot of different resource materials and a lot of materials that you would have to travel to 4 or 5 different stores because they specialize in one particular thing, where we're more of a one-stop shop, so to say, where we can get you lined out with what you need to get you started on it.
And if we don't have it, we will order it for you.
All right, for the next one too, guys, if you like this video, hit your like button and hit your share button. We're going to share this on Facebook too, but if you have questions, feel free to always know we're going to try to give you a heads up what we're going to do week to week. So if you have questions about an upcoming show, you have questions about this show, know that all questions will be got back to in a timely manner. And best of all case scenarios, just come on in, and one of the fine ladies here or gentlemen that will be on staff will be able to help you out. Well, guys, let's we went over how to start it, how to go. I guess if you were going to tell people, what has Reiki done for you personally in a closeout, and then tell us how you feel. I mean, not on the practitioner side, but when you have it done, maybe say how that feels for you.
Personally, for me, Reiki has really opened me up to my intuition. Once I started taking Reiki, it's when I really started feeling the energy around me and how energy works, and processing how I'm processing my energy, understanding that, and able to deal better with mental and emotional problems because of that. So it's really helped me a lot.
Oh, thank you, Tammy. Mom?
Mine has been more like physical, because you guys all know that I've had some issues, medical issues and stuff, but it would have been a lot worse had I not been doing the Reiki and stuff and trying to help nurse myself along. So for me, it's the medical, to feel better on a daily basis, the little aches and pains, things like that. So.
Just kind of segueing into that for a sec, I was reading an article just this morning about how the Mayo Clinic itself is starting to ask Reiki practitioners to come in with some of their chronic ailment patients with the joint issues or chronic pain and stuff like that. I believe it's a great thing where we're trying to get everybody off of hardcore narcotics, and maybe think about, eating the right vitamins and minerals, and, the teas and stuff, different ways of dealing with stresses and daily life things, instead of resorting to Xanax or some kind of a mood altering substance that, I think poor doctors, they just didn't know any better. They were told, if this person has this symptom, well, it could be maybe a chakra's out of alignment. Yeah. And like you had said earlier, you look for relief and something to, change the way you're feeling, because it's not good for you. So regretfully, a lot of us, and you try substances, you try just anything to relieve, to try that quality of life. My life is not how I want it right now. So interesting point. Sorry about it. All right, Miss Lori, what did Reiki do for you?
Well, I guess for me, when I started taking it, I walked in going, what am I going to feel? No idea what to expect, to finding a lot of comfort in it. I was running very high stress, high anxiety, my whole world in circles, and not knowing if I was coming or going. And through Reiki treatments and through learning the Reiki, I've learned how to balance myself out, ground, shield myself from outside energies, and it just helps to alleviate so much stress and make all of life easier. And it's helped with pain management on a couple of issues too. So yeah, it's just been an all-around healer for me.
Helps with scarring when she's reminded to do Reiki on it.
Oh, yes. It does.
Well,
do
anything's only as good as it is if you use it.
Mhm.
If you leave it in a box and don't take advantage of alternate means for personal health care, because we each need to be very proactive in our healthcare choices. And our healthcare choices don't just mean you drive out to Sanford.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, God bless the doctors and nurses staff out there. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but some things in life just can't be done learning Western medicine. It
Well,
just
and again, it comes down to you got to be the biggest healer in your own life. Even with doctors and stuff, you're the biggest healer.
Popping a pill just as the first response and only action just doesn't seem to work with our bodies all the time. We become dependent on it, and it's
Well,
just
they're
not a
hard on
healthy
me.
thing.
They are so hard on me.
But I will add a
Anyways.
caveat that I think it is good to use both in conjunction
Oh,
with
yeah.
each
Yes,
other
definitely.
at times, because I have seen people go the other way and say, I don't need any kind of Western medicine, I will do it all metaphysically. And then
Oh, no.
you know, so just to put that caveat in there, that it is a good complement to your doctor's suggestion.
Please do not come in my store with your arm all like 90-degree angle, broken, and go, please fix it, because that's not going to happen.
We're not
Although,
You have to have the medical.
you can come in after losing
Seeing
a
the
finger
doctor.
tip and seeing the doctor to get some help with it afterwards.
Exactly.
That
At
was
least
my
get your
first
mind
experience.
off the finger losing.
Exactly.
So once again, we're down here at 105 East 3rd Street, Thief River Falls, Minnesota. And we have a telephone number down here, 218-683-5382. You can find New Earth Spiritual Healing Center on Facebook. And again, this is a YouTube video. You'll find it on here. And like I said, we'll try to be getting one in a week, maybe every other week, depending on scheduling. But if you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them in the comments on YouTube or like and comment on Facebook. I think everybody knows how to do that. It's pretty easily done. Sometimes it's getting me off there. That's the hard part. But, you know, feel free. We'll get to those questions. And, you know, if you guys have a question about anything, maybe we could do a whole show about it too. So we grow by your growth. And I think that's how we all get together and make this rodeo work. So again, thank you. This is everybody down here at New Earth Spiritual Healing Center, Thief River Falls.
Bye.
Have a great day, everybody, and Happy New Year.